If we were to take a poll of a large crowd of people, and we were to put forth this question, what is a church? I'm guessing our number one top answer would be that church is a building. Perhaps we'd even hear some of the names of these buildings, like St. Stephen's or Zion, St. Mary's, St. John, St. James. The next highest response most likely would be something to the effect like, well, the church is a group of people. The church is a community of faith that people gather around who share certain religious beliefs. And then maybe we'd hear some answers that might be a little more pointed, that the church is an institutional organization that promotes practices and rituals for living the right way. The church teaches right from wrong. It gives a moral vision. What would you say? What is a church? Now, I think we could all agree that the best place to turn for an answer for that question is to look in the Bible. But there is nothing in the Bible about forming churches or instructions on how to make one. You see, Jesus never called us to create churches. Jesus did not go around during his 3 years of public ministry with a clipboard trying to get people to sign up and join his church. He taught people, he healed people, he visited with people, he dined with people, and then he said, go. Go in peace. Go and sin no more. Go and declare what God has done for you. Go. Your faith has made you well. Jesus sent people out. He did not try to gather them in. Go out and declare the good news of God. Go out and declare the goodness of God. That's church. Church is sending out. Church is a mission, an action, a verb. And what is the action or the mission the church is sent out on? A mission of mercy. Jesus comes back to this point over and over and over and over again in his ministry. Today's gospel is a perfect example. Today we have a story about a very wealthy man and a very poor man. Interesting, when you read this story, the rich man is not given a name. That means he's less important. But the poor man has a name, and his name is Lazarus, whose name means God has helped. This is a dead giveaway in the story, who God's picking for the winner. The mission of God is to show mercy to the poor, the rejected, the outsider, the despised. Now, the rich man was the very opposite of Lazarus. He was haughty, elitist, privileged, spoiled, too busy to even acknowledge Lazarus' presence at his gate. However, he knows who Lazarus is. Lazarus sat outside that rich man's gate for years, longing to, quote, eat what fell from the rich man's table. But as I mentioned, the rich man never looked at, never greeted, never interacted with, never accepted or recognized Lazarus' existence. Because if the rich man had really seen Lazarus, he might have been moved to do something for him. And perhaps the most painful part of this parable today is that even after death, even after the rich man had some little bit of awakening, oops, I guess I lived my life the wrong way, the rich man still expects the poor man Lazarus to serve him. That is so sad, especially since the rich man never served Lazarus in any way, not even sharing a crumb from his table. Jesus shares this parable with us to call us to mercy, to call us to neighborliness, to love our neighbors as ourselves. The call for kindness and compassion are ancient directives. They echo throughout the pages of our Bibles. The rich man begs God for a sign, a warning, a message from Lazarus, so that his family wouldn't have to experience the torments of hell that he himself was experiencing. Interesting that the rich man is denied this request. See, if he didn't see it, if he didn't get it, if he didn't learn it during his time with Lazarus on earth, he certainly will not get Lazarus to serve him now. And yet, we are gifted with this parable. We are told this story as a reminder to us to be merciful, to be neighborly. This parable is an act of mercy for us and for our lives, to keep us from experiencing the torments of hell right here on earth. Church is sending out. Church is mission and action, a verb. Church is a calling to perform acts of mercy, to mercifully see and listen to and respect our neighbors. Church is what we become when we dignify each other. So go. Go in peace. Go and sin no more. Go and declare what God has done for you. Go, your faith has made you well. Go out and declare the good news of Jesus Christ. Go out and declare the goodness of God. Go and be church. Amen.